a street musician and an heiress, two worlds apart, bound by a love that defies expectations. Their stolen moments, whispered dreams, and soulful melodies could change everything. But can love truly conquer society's chains? Like and subscribe to find out. The humid New Orleans air clung to Leo like a second skin as he strummed his worn-out guitar on the corner of Bourbon and Toulouse. His voice, raw and laced with a soulful grit, filled the narrow street with a melody of lost love and yearning. He sang for the tourists, for the drunkards, for anyone who would listen. And maybe, just maybe, for her. Isabella Moreau, heiress to a vast shipping empire, stood across the street, captivated. She was a creature of silks and diamonds, a world away from Leo's threadbare existence. Yet his music, so achingly vulnerable, resonated within her, cracking the carefully constructed facade she wore for society. Their eyes met, a spark ignited. He finished his song, and she crossed the street, her designer shoes tapping a nervous rhythm against the cobblestones. "That was beautiful," she said, her voice barely audible above the din. He looked at her, truly looked at her. Her eyes, the color of the Louisiana sky at dusk, held a depth that mirrored his own hidden sorrow. "Thank you," he replied, his own voice a little rougher than usual. That was the beginning. They met every day after that, stolen moments amidst the orchestrated chaos of their lives. Isabella would sneak away from debutante balls and galas, finding solace in the smoky jazz clubs where Leo played. He'd serenade her with songs born from their fledgling love, each note a testament to their unlikely connection. They fell hard, a dizzying plunge into a world of shared dreams and whispered promises. They dreamed of leaving New Orleans, escaping the suffocating expectations that weighed them down. Leo imagined them in a small cabin in the mountains. Just him, Isabella, and his music. Isabella envisioned a life where she wasn't defined by her family's wealth. A life where she could truly be herself, with Leo by her side. But their happiness was a fragile thing, precariously balanced on the edge of a chasm. Isabella's father, Henri Moreau, a man whose heart was as cold as the company he built, saw Leo as a threat, a leech trying to siphon off his fortune. He made it clear, in no uncertain terms, that their relationship was unacceptable. "You are a Moreau," he'd hissed, at her his eyes like chips of ice. "You have a duty to your family, to your legacy. You will not throw it all away for some street musician." Meanwhile, Leo's own life was plagued with its own demons. A past he tried desperately to bury haunted him, whispering taunts of failure and regret. He was constantly battling the fear that he wasn't good enough for Isabella, that he was dragging her down into his mire of poverty and despair. Their love deepened, but so did the pressure. Every kiss was laced with fear, every stolen moment shadowed by the threat of discovery. They were Romeo and Juliet in the humid heart of the South, their families the Montagues and Capulets, fueled by wealth and ambition instead of ancient grudges. One night, Henri orchestrated a forced engagement between Isabella and a wealthy, influential businessman. Isabella, heartbroken and desperate, ran to Leo. "We have to leave," she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. "Now, before it's too late." Leo, seeing the raw terror in her eyes, agreed. They packed what little they had and slipped away into the night, heading west towards the mountains they dreamt about. But Henri Moreau was not a man to be defied. He used his vast resources to track them down, his agents closing in with each passing day. The weight of their looming capture began to suffocate them. Leo's old demons resurfaced, fueling his self-doubt and guilt. They found refuge in a dilapidated cabin nestled in the foothills of the Rockies. For a brief, precious moment, they found peace. They danced in the flickering candlelight. Leo played Isabella his songs, and for a while, they forgot the world outside. But fate, it seemed, was not on their side. Henri's men finally found them. A confrontation ensued. In the chaos, a gun went off. Isabella cried out, clutching at her chest. A crimson stain bloomed on her white blouse. Leo cradled her in his arms, his screams of anguish echoing through the mountains. He knew, with a bone-chilling certainty, that this was the end. "I love you, Leo," she whispered, her voice fading. "Don't ever forget me." Her eyes closed. Despair washed over Leo, a tidal wave of grief threatening to drown him. He held her lifeless body close, his heart shattered into a million pieces. He had tried to protect her, to save her from the darkness, but he had failed, standing there, bathed. In the pale moonlight, he made a decision. He couldn't live without her. The world was too bleak, too empty without her light. He kissed her forehead one last time, then turned the gun on himself. The echo of the gunshot reverberated through the mountains, a final tragic note in the symphony of their doomed love. Their story, a testament to the enduring power of love and the crushing weight of despair, became a legend whispered in the shadows of New Orleans, a reminder that sometimes even love is not enough to conquer fate. Their love was a beautiful melody, tragically cut short, a song forever stained with pain and despair.